I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winter side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the wind. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together. Like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't turn off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play it down.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Green Bay Packers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Be a long day for you. Slam! Zebra, 12. Alert. Hey, 0. Check 43. Alert.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They go play action with Wilson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Ready? 60 outlaw. Time to go. Jet bombers.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
To throw on 3rd down, Lawrence going deep this time for Miller. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And coming up on their second drive of the game. Had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Play action. Now Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game. But it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Hey, alert. Took right. Shit.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. 4 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Running on first down, Eckler. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, foxtrot.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. 30 base.
6-man.
General West.
Check girls. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Hey. High 7.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Chin the mic. Stay with your man.
2nd and 9 at the Packers
43-yard
line.
Stop your whining.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
25. Check 25. Check 25. You go tight. You go
14. Got it.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Play action. It's Wilson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Wilson. He finds Howard complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
12.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
So many play callers in the red zone worry about the negative effects of a play that they're about to call. But this guy, all he's worried about is gaining yardage and putting the ball in the hands of his playmakers.
Watch that. 22, check, bomber. 22, check, bomber. Gun.
Fournette running out of the gun. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
4 down. Let's go, defense.
There's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
We know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Hey, wahoo!
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He finds his target, Fuller. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's go. Yes. Reset. Go.
On 2nd down, Eckler. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Bravo.
Off the play fake. Lawrence. It's complete to Fuller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. To throw on second down, Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter brought a time to change things. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn.
This is caught inside the 15. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, 0-0-0. One left. Check. Shift. Go. 94 is the mark.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Move 15. Check 13. Go. Turn it up. Kill. Zebra.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
What?
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Move the team.
Ball trot.
Hey, Mike 50. Alert.
You go, night.
Gun.
Hey, watch it.
12.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. He'll get this to Eckler. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got room. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Lawrence. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct.
One pass.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to float this over the middle. And got his man complete. 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. John Ross, 94 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give. Eckler running to the right. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Ten's the mic. Hey, let's go. Get set. Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Hey, exit. Let's put that team on the bus. Let's go.
On 4th down, Lawrence. And it's complete. Hooper. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Go.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. Back now at Lambeau. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they rotate them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On 1st down, Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, Alpha.
Second and 3.
Get ready.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. He's got Fuller. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
Off play action. Lawrence completes it to Miller. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal at the Packers' 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time.
3 buzz.
They'll run here with Eckler, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal.
Watch the eye.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, seam 6.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Hey, 0. You got no Shaman right there.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Brings up 3rd down.
Check safety. It's great.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Go. Henry. Check the backer. Kill.
Guys, listen.
Kill.
14, find it.
Check hot route. Hot. Kill.
Gun. Started it.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base.
Don't get nervous now. We have begun the play.
Fine.
Now a toss play to Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. 4 down.
Wilson wants to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Front left. Hey, alert.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
380. Go. Left pass. Hey, zero.
The 47-yard line.
Good.
Now Wilson on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.